So in the 9th century AD, there are two large dynasties in Asia, east side and west side. East side there is Tang dynasty and west side Abbasid dynasty. And they had very frequent sea trade, and many materials were brought by India through Indian Ocean. And each side, in the Tang Dynasty, 8th century, in the 8th century, two types of white porcelain were made. One area, northern part, Kobe province, and another south, Hunan province. There are two types of pottery. And at that time in the world, there was no white porcelain in other countries. So Chinese porcelain was brought to West Asia also in Samarkand and Tashkent. And through Indian Ocean sea trade, Mesopotamian people or Iraqi people or Abbasid dynasty rich people imported white porcelain from China, and potters of Mesopotamia imitated the white porcelain, and in Mesopotamia, white glazed pottery was made, and the shape of bowl, which was imitated from Central Asian metal work, which was imitated and Chinese people made by ceramics or white porcelain. And that shape came to Mesopotamia. And Mesopotamian people made white porcelain or white, exactly same white glazed pottery, Chinese shape of bowls. And white porcelain was become very popular in Mesopotamia in Abbasid period, Abbasid dynasty. And that technique, making white, ceramic making white, that technique spread to Egypt, Syria, and also to Central Asia. Maybe in the end of 8th century, maybe early half of 9th century. So that is the base of origin of Uzbekistan glazed pottery. Now I show you the sample of studied materials from several archaeological sites, including Uzbekistan archaeological site. So this is Arabian Gulf. Iranian people say Persian Gulf, and Arabian people say Arabian Gulf. And I had several excavations at Arabian Gulf. So I found Chinese white porcelain and Mesopotamian white glazed ware. Both I found. For example, Samara, Basra, Bahrain Ali, and Ras Al Khaimah, Hadej, Jazrat al Hadeira, and many places I found Chinese and Mesopotamian white porcelain and white glazed pottery. And after white glazed pottery became very popular, they made painted pottery. First they painted by green color, and next they added another color, multi-colored pottery. They made in Mesopotamian people. And that technique also expanded to other areas, including Uzbekistan. Maybe in Termez. Termez is the first place to make white glazed pottery. Maybe it's not so clear, but maybe in Termez. And after Samarkand, Tashkent, and other places, for example, Bamiyan in Afghanistan, they made the very similar type of white porcelain. Hubei province, very thin fabric. And right side, Honan province, South China. And both types were found in Middle East, especially Samara and Samarkand. Samara and Shiraz. Shiraz was the biggest seaport at that time. But the Mesopotamian people imitated only left side pottery. Right side pottery they did not imitate. So this is a pottery from Samara, and right side from Jaja Kadeira, made in Mesopotamia. This left side is Chinese made, and right side Mesopotamian made, very similar. And this is the drawing, and this is made in Mesopotamia. This is also made in Mesopotamia, multicolored pottery. And this was expedited from Tashkent, and I have analyzed. This is from Samarkand here, and Termez. This was found in Termez, and this was excavated from Bamiyan. I have many excavations, and this is the trace element and major element, and product of major element and trace element, and this is the fabric body of analyzed pottery, and Mesopotamia one is Chinese fabric. So now I understand the Uzbekistan pottery, especially glazed pottery, was made in the early 9th century AD and 10th century. Everywhere in the Uzbekistan, they made multicolored pottery, and now pottery industry very flourished. Thank you very much.